y'all, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be doing some pantry organization. So I have two pantries and I'm going to start by showing you guys what they look like. We have lived here for about 4 months now, so the pantries were never really organized in this house. Things just kind of got thrown wherever when we were moving in, and so now it really is time. I have to go through and put everything in the right containers and move everything to the right shelves. So I will tell you that I know I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube where they go to Target and they buy cute little wicker baskets and pretty little clear containers with white tops, and they spend hundreds of dollars, and I'm not going to be doing that. I will be using what I have in the house, mostly just either wicker containers that I already have or plastic containers. And I will try my best to make it look pretty, but for not very expensive. Who has that kind of money to be spending money like that on something that you're just gonna close the door and no one's ever gonna see it except for you? So real quick, the reason that you should be organizing your pantry is because it saves you money. You will find stuff in there that you didn't know you had, and you ended up going and buying more stuff. So I will show you that this is my food pantry, and then on the other side I also have like all my cleaning supplies and dog treats, and we will probably find some duplicates in here because I did not have things organized like my spices. So let me go ahead and show you what we're dealing with, and then we are going to start by just pulling everything out shelf by shelf and deciding which shelf everything should be on, and then get it back in there looking all nice and organized. Let's do this. So as you can see, I do have some basic organization. I have this shoe holder that I've been using, but I've only been half using it, and it just kind of has random stuff in it. And then if we come over here, as you can see, I have random flowers and stuff, especially since we're paleo. There's a lot of different types of flowers to use. But they're all in bags, which is not very conducive to being organized. And I do have a rack for the cans, but I am only kind of using it. And I have a thing for the spices, but I'm also only kind of using it. And then I do have a container down there already because apparently 1-year-olds eat onions. So moving over to the other pantry, as you can see, I do have my purse and my apron and Henry's apron hanging here. And those will probably move. And I have random stuff up here and more random and more random and more random stuff. And then all of our water is down here. And also, y'all, I do have a little bit of organization. I hung up my broom and my mop using these little clips, and they work awesome. So we will be tackling both of these today. So let's get started. So everything is out except for the container at the bottom because it's not going anywhere. And I got the shoe container too. So everything is actually, there's just a little bit of stuff on the floor. That's the larger things, but it's all on the counter. And we're going to start by going through the spices. And then after that, we'll tackle the flowers. And then after that, I have no idea. So let's get all this stuff put back and organized. So I did want to show you guys that I got these containers from Amazon, and they only lasted, some of them were broken within days, but they only lasted maybe 6 months. So I'm definitely going to get away from these. They are not stackable, and we will be switching to these. These meet our needs a little more because we have a lot of different flours. Like this is a nutritional yeast. And then we have tapioca flour, our arrowroot flour, coconut or almond flour. So there's just a lot of different containers that we need in our home. And so I think these are not as pretty, but with labels, they should be just perfect for stacking on the top and keeping them out of the way when we don't need them, but still having them accessible. And the other thing I wanted to show you is what I was talking about with having duplicates and wasting money. So I have 2 pumpkin pie spices. I have 2 separate crushed red peppers, and I have 2 cayenne peppers. So the first pantry is done, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys and take you through a few of the things that I did. Let's do this. Alright y'all, so I did put a lot of the spices back up on the shoe holder, but I put them in alphabetical order so they'll be easier to find. So up here I only had 2 of these 6 containers with white lids left, so I went ahead and used those until they break. And I put everything else in the clear and red containers. And as you can see back there, I do have a few things back there. Those are things that we do not use that often, so there's no point in having them in containers or having them displayed. And then coming down here, we have our snacks and our tea. And then as you can see, I utilize the can sorter, and I did put a piece of wood underneath it that I found in the garage because it was falling through the slats of the shelf. I put all of the liquids together here so we'll be able to find all the hot sauces and stuff. And the major thing I did was consolidate the spices and make sure everything was relabeled properly and everything was in the right spot. And I kept the oils together. And then down here, it looks pretty much the same. I just reorganized just a little bit to make sure I had enough room. So moving on to the other side, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pull everything out again, set it on the counters, and then see what I have and make a decision on where I want everything and see what is going to be the most functional for this pantry. So everything has been removed except for my Dutch oven, the broom, Emma's leash, and the water down here because that all has to stay. So we are going to go ahead and put everything back and try to get it organized. Y'all, so in our home, we live in an ADA home. So our under the sink does not have any cabinets. It's just a blank space. So I went ahead and put my cleaning products up here. I may move them because I do have a 1-year-old. And I don't know if you guys can see. We have these type of handles, and I have tried the child locks for these and they do not work. And we are renting, so I don't want to drill holes into the door and the trim in order to lock the door. So we're going to have to see if there's a semi-permanent solution. So up here I put the stuff that we really don't use. So as you can see, I have a springform pan and my Dutch oven. And then these are liners that I'm going to be putting in the fridge. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And we got some paper plates and forks. And then all of the kitchen tools that we don't use that often are all up there. And on this shelf, which is still pretty high up, I put all of my cleaning supplies, especially the ones I'd be worried about my 1-year-old getting into. So in here, I put all of my sponges. This has all of my cleaning rags, dish detergent, and these are all of the cleaning supplies that I wouldn't want Annabelle to get into and also would not fit on the shoe holder. So coming down, I have the few things that my husband needs for grilling, and then Henry's lunchbox, and that's it. So I cleaned up a ton of space, y'all. Alright y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some motivation to get in there and organize whatever needs to be organized in your home. I had a lot of fun, and I always love when my stuff is all neat and tidy and I can find things. So if you liked this video, please subscribe and hit the like button and leave a comment and turn on your notifications because you'll know every time that I put out another video. And I hope you guys are having a great day today, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.